Good morning. Woo. Sunrise. Oh my God. How beautiful is this place? Just what the doctor ordered. Hello guys, I am back. Guys, let me do this. I just want to make sure the correct side of my beautiful flowers are in the shot. So I bought myself these beautiful flowers because yay, Mugelo was going through Mgowisho week. So Mgowisho week means that yay, it was a hard week. But anyway, let's leave that. So here we're gonna talk about the trip that I took in March of 2022. So I went to George. So I took the decision like a week before the time. So guys, it's not that I take a lot of spontaneous trips. They're not really spontaneous because myself, I've got a long list of places that I want to visit. So every time I want to go somewhere, I just pull up my list. I'm like, okay, this is the best one, because I spend hours and hours every night researching about different places. So I took a solo trip because obviously I couldn't tell my friends because it was short notice. Maybe they couldn't get leave at their workplaces. But nonetheless, I enjoy solo trips. I enjoy me time. So the plan with this trip was to do the famous garden route that is Neisner, Plattenberg Bay, Yotsitikama, but unfortunately it did not work out that way. So stay tuned until the end of this video to find out why I did a detour. My name is Sakani Baloyi. I go by the name TK the Teacher. This is my channel and welcome to my channel. In my channel, we talk about all things travel and culture. I hope you enjoy this video. Roll it. Y'all know I give a brief description of the places that I visit. After all, that's why I'm called TK the Teacher. Okay, where is George and why am I talking about the garden route? So George forms part of what we call the garden route here in South Africa. The garden route is located in a province called Western Cape. And Western Cape is one of the coastal provinces in South Africa. In total, South Africa has 9 provinces. Okay, now on to the big question. What is so spectacular about the garden route? So, the garden route is a 300-kilometer route that starts in Mossel Bay and ends in Storms River. And in the middle, we've got what we call Neisner. Neisner is, we can say, the landmark of the garden route or the highlight of the garden route. Most people make sure that they stop in Neisner or when they do the garden route. Guys, you really need to Google the spectacular views of the garden route. Another question that I got, TK, when is the best time to visit the garden route? Personally, I would recommend that you visit the garden route in summer. So in summer for South Africa, we'll say will be sometime between November until the following year in March. That is what I would recommend. My whole trip in a nutshell. So on a Tuesday morning at 5:30, I departed from here, OR Tambo to George. So I arrived in George at around 7:30. The flight time is maximum 2 hours. It's not a long flight. When I arrived in OR Tambo, like, guys, I didn't have a schedule. I didn't have a plan of what I was going to do. When I arrived there, I was under the assumption that there'll be Uber, there'll be a Taxify, but none of that is available in George. So I had to take a meter taxi, which came up to be on the expensive side. So So from George to my lodging place, it was about 25 kilometers. I took that meter taxi. I arrived there. Even when I arrived there, I realized public transport, your Ubers, your Taxify is non-existent in that place. That's when I started regretting that I should have hired a vehicle there by George Airport. But either way, the place that I stayed in, it's called Beach House, Wilderness Beach House. Oh my God, that place is beautiful, beautiful. So the room that I stayed in, it's overlooking the beach. And I stayed in one of the upstairs room, like it's a clear sliding door. So you could feel the beach breeze. You could also hear the waves at night. It is really a beautiful, beautiful place. I would recommend it. What I'll do is I'll link it below. I'll put it down in the comment section as well. Remember I said I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a schedule of what I was going to do in George or the garden route. I was thinking that since I've never done the garden route, I want to see Tsitsikamma, the famous bridge of the Tsitsikamma. I want to see Neisner. I want to see Plattenberg Bay. So when I got to my accommodation, Wilderness Beach House, I met these two German ladies. So myself, I've been to Germany before. So I was telling them about all the places I've been to Germany, and then we started being friends. Then those ladies told me that they are going to Port Shepstone. So Port Shepstone is in a different province. That is in KwaZulu-Natal. So I'm like, yay, I'm on. I'm on that train. So in Wilderness Beach House, I only stayed there for 3 days. So after that we moved, then we drove. It's a long drive, guys, like almost 10 hours, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So we drove, but we had to stop halfway. So we stopped in Colesberg. We had an overnight sleep in Colesberg, and then the next day we drove again and we arrived in Port Shepstone. So that is the reason why I didn't do the garden route as planned. But that experience, I wouldn't change it for anything. Like, I've now got permanent friends from Germany. We had nightlives in between in Port Shepstone. We even after that we went to Durban, so it's not far from Durban. I think it's about 1 hour 30 minutes from Port Shepstone to Durban. So we also partied in Durban. We also did the top attraction areas in Durban. So that is the reason why I didn't do the garden route. So I still have to go back and do the garden route properly. For sure, y'all have noticed that I don't put prices in terms of flight costs, in terms of accommodation cost, the activities that I do, or maybe in general, a budget of how much a person will need for these specific trips. So I've picked up, every time I take a trip and I tell my friends or my family about it, and then I include the cost, a person will be doing calculations. And I'm like, it's not about the money. Yes, the money is required, but it's not about the money. So I'm here to talk more about my experiences and the things I learn along the way, the things I pick up, the friends I make, just to come here and teach you guys so I can share the experience of what I have. That's why I like it so much when you guys comment and ask me questions. It also gravitates me into the right direction in terms of what topic should I discuss further based on the video that I have done. So, but anyways, if there is anyone interested in a video whereby you want me to break down the cost of any of the trips that I've done. So guys, I've done a lot of trips. I've done Europe 2 times. The first time I did it for 2 weeks. The second time I did it for like over a month. The second time when I did it over a month, that's when I did Germany, I did Belgium, I did Luxembourg, I did the Holland, Netherlands. So there's a lot of places that I've visited in South Africa. I've visited a lot of places. I've visited surrounding countries around South Africa, your neighboring countries. So if there is any other place that you're interested in and you also like the cost, or maybe if there's any highlight of an accommodation or an activity that you've seen maybe from my Facebook page, I can discuss it in detail. It's not a problem. But I would like to thank you for staying until the end of this video. I really appreciate it. But you know, my final statement before I leave: do the right thing. And what is the right thing? The right thing is subscribing to my channel. The right thing is putting a like there. The right thing is putting a comment and giving me feedback. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. Bye.